I made a video the other day about race and how ridiculous it sounds, and it may have come off a little arrogant, but my message is still the same regardless. So I'm going to try and reword it without the agitation that I feel because of what I'm experiencing personally and what I see happening around me. There has been this false sense of division for a long time that we're all not the same. That when you're doing something harmful to someone else, that you're not actually doing it to yourself. They kept this secret from us that we are all the same being, divided into different parts. So that when you steal from somebody, you're stealing from yourself. When you talk shit on somebody, you're talking shit about yourself. This is how clever the creator was to make sure that this shit didn't happen. But when dark beings and dark forces took over the planet, they created race, they created division, they created this thing called slavery and made it seem like it was only towards one race, which is a lie, because this entire matrix kept us in slavery. Most people, except for the 1%, the elite, who knew things that we didn't know about how powerful our minds and thoughts are, they seem to be the only ones thriving, except for the ones who fell victim to the will make you rich and famous overnight in the industry. And they targeted, yes, African American kids in bad neighborhoods who they made believe they had no other way out but to sell their soul. That is a decision that you made. You can't blame anybody else for that. Stop blaming everybody else for the decisions that you made. Stop thinking that you're the only ones who fell victim to the matrix. We all did. Slavery never stopped. We all fell victim to slavery, to pay for school, pay for bills, go to work. Don't get anywhere. Don't become entrepreneurs. Stay in poverty. It ain't just black people, right? There is no such thing as race. Outside of these bodies, we are all the same being. We are all spirits. You wouldn't be able to tell what anybody was if in the spiritual realm without these bodies. So now all of a sudden, because God put us in certain bodies purposely, he did this purposely to test our character. Because he knew that there were dark forces that were creating divide between everybody, and a lot of you just accepted it because it was easier to go along with what you were being told, and you took the bait. And it's just like, I know it's embarrassing, but I'm gonna say something. And it's like a lot of times, like, we can't, as white people, quote unquote, we can't say certain words that you guys can call yourself because you see it as an insult, but yet you'll say it to each other as a friendly, it's like endearing. I'm not going to say the word, right? We all know what it is. But there are certain ways, there's euphemisms, and there's certain words and ways that you can treat each other. But if someone of a different color comes up and says it, now all of a sudden they're racist. Stop. It's embarrassing for you. It is embarrassing. You look ridiculous. I came across, and I'm going to say this part again like I did yesterday, I came across videos from other African Americans saying how embarrassed and humiliated they are by their own kind. How if your lives mattered so much, everybody wants to riot and loot and steal from stores and shit that you're eventually going to need. You guys work against yourselves trying to prove something that doesn't exist. It's embarrassing. You're embarrassing your own people. The question is, now this can be said by an African American and it'll be thought about, but if a white girl says it, it's you're racist. I'm saying it anyway because this is the truth. I've seen a video. It was a pastor, and he said, our lives mattered so much to you all, why do you guys kill each other off more than any white person kills any black individual? You don't actually care about the facts. You only care about what's comfortable for you to walk around angry and with a chip on your shoulder and to take the focus off of the fact that you have failed yourself in life. The decisions you made and the choices you made and the shit you chose to believe in and stand behind was your choice. That's where you fell short. You failed yourself. No one else failed you. Take accountability and responsibility for why you're in the same situations that a lot of other people of different ethnicities are in. But for some reason, you all think it's only you. We are all going through tribulations. All of your characters are being tested to see where you go from here. And a lot of you failed. Some of us are tired of hearing about race. We're tired of people acting like everything's only happening to them. It's happening to all of us. Get your heads out of your asses. Stop falling for the bait. There is no such thing as race. There's human race, and we're all humans. And if we stabbed each other, we would all bleed the same. So how the fuck are we separate? Use your logic. Stop watching the news. That shit only made it worse. I'm tired of this shit. It's at 5 minutes and 55 seconds. I'm out.